Yeah, hello. I'll be walking you through my multi-tenant Saas platform project that I worked on, and I will just be walking you through this project so you can be able to see what I have done so far. So this is the project structure, as you can see. Starting by this is the project repo name. This DevOps SaaS software as a service platform, and this is the GitHub workflow. Straight down to the alert, the APIs, and everything that consists of this project. Here, in the APIs, we have the multi-tenant API application. Then I have the infrastructure. Yes, here I have the infrastructure. I have the Kubernetes. I have the runbooks. I have the documentation for this documentation for this project. I have the blue green deploy, the cost controls, the horizontal scaling, the metrics, the alerts, the security, and as you can see, I have the README file. So let's dive into the project as a whole. So I'll be going through the API. In the API here, it's the application layer where I have the API and the Kubernetes deployment YAML. Here in the API and the Kubernetes deployment YAML, the Kubernetes deployment configuration for the multi-tenant API, which is based on the Go. I have the Go-based application with Postgres and RDS integration. I also implement tenant isolation via the JWT tokens containing the tenant ID, which also include the resource request and limit for proper resource management, which are also configured with liveliness and readiness probe. So if you go through the API now, you see that I have a Docker file here, and I have the Go. I have the Go based application inside here. Then I have the Go some and like that. So and in here, yes, I have the Kubernetes deployment schema. Yeah, that consists of all the configuration for the multi-tenant API. So um, to not take much of your time, so I'll just be walking you through, but just I have just 5 minutes here, so let's go on. So I'll be going on to the infrastructure as code. The infrastructure as code here, I have the Terraform configuration for the AWS infrastructure. I have the variable.tf, which defines the input variables for the infrastructure. I have the provider.tf, which defines the provider configuration, the backend, the remote state backend configuration, the modules for ETS, which has the ETS cluster module with the IAM role as a service for service account configurations, the modules VPC and the modules VPC, the VPC module for network infrastructure and the environment for development, environment for specific configuration. And also I have the infrastructure for um, Kubernetes configuration. So as you can see, it it's all in here. Yeah, this is the IAM rules. This is also for the Kubernetes and yes, and yeah, this is Terraform that has the that has the modules, the reusable modules here for the ETS, for the IAM roles, for the VPCs. So this is everything about the infrastructure. So walking you through down to the Kubernetes infrastructure. Yeah, this is the this is the Kubernetes infrastructure. In here I have the certificate manager issue YAML for certificate manager configurations for the TLS certificates, and I have the cluster issuer let encrypt.yaml that encrypts cluster issuers. I have the TLS certificate for the SaaS application. I have the ingress configuration with TLS, and I also have the pod disruption budget. Uh, so it all everything is all inside this um inside each YAML files. So I'll be walking you through the Kubernetes GitOps setup where I have the base configuration for GitOps. Yeah, I have it's in here. Yeah, I have the base configuration for the